For more than 2 decades, John Cena has become one of the most polarizing figures, not just in WWE, but in professional wrestling in general. Having have won a record-breaking 17 world championships, two Royal Rumble matches, 5 United States titles, 4 tag team titles, Money in the Bank, having have won multiple Elimination Chamber matches throughout his career, and has become one of the biggest movie stars in the game since Vin Diesel. There was one accomplishment that he never got the chance to acquire in his entire career, that being the Intercontinental Championship, a championship that goes all the way back to 1979, somewhere around there, when Pat Patterson first became champion in a tournament in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. It became one of the most prestigious championships in WWE, having been held by more than 24 Hall of Famers, including guys like Pat Patterson, guys like Greg the Hammer Valentine, Macho Man Randy Savage, Bret the Hitman Hart, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Triple H, Rob Van Dam, Edge, and many, many others. And after over 2 decades of being in the business, last night on Raw, John Cena made history by becoming hashtag Grand Slam Cena by finally winning the Intercontinental Championship from Dirty Dominic Mysterio last night on Raw in Cena's hometown in Boston. Now, with only 3 dates left. Next Monday on Raw, Survivor Series War Games in San Diego, and of course Saturday night's main event in Washington, D.C., the question becomes, who will challenge John Cena for the Intercontinental Championship, and will he retire as Intercontinental Champion? Well, that is exactly what we're going to be talking about in today's video. Because we found out that in the Last Time Is Now tournament, this will feature superstars from Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and others that don't even work with WWE anymore. Think about this, right? As far as Monday Night Raw goes, right? We know exactly who is going to be in this tournament. So it would have to be based on not only based on the tournament itself, but also based on who truly deserves that shot at the title. So we're not really sure if he's going to compete next week on Raw in Madison Square Garden. That we don't know for sure. What we do know is that John Cena is scheduled to compete at Survivor Series in San Diego. But will he be defending the title there? Or is he going to be competing inside War Games alongside Jey Uso, CM Punk, the World Heavyweight Champion, and Cody Rhodes, the WWE Champion? No one knows for sure. What we do know is that now John Cena has a massive target on his back. And the question is, who will step up? Well, as far as Monday Night Raw is concerned, you've got a plethora of talent. Some of them are still MIA, but hey, you've got guys like AJ Styles, Akira Tozawa, Austin Theory, the Braun Brawns, the Creed brothers, Chad Gable. You've got the world champion himself, CM Punk. You've got all the members of the LWO, Cruz del Toro, Joaquin Wilde, Dragon Lee, Rey Mysterio. You've got the former champion Dominic Mysterio. You've got El Grande Americano, Finn Balor, Grayson Waller, Gunther, the War Raiders. You've got Jey Uso. You've got both members of New Day. You've got L.A. Knight, Logan Paul, Ludwig Kaiser. Well, I would say Ludwig Kaiser, but Ludwig Kaiser is literally El Grande Americano, which is very funny. You've got Otis, you've got Benta, you've got Rusev, Seth freaking Rollins, Sheamus. Literally, the list goes on and on. Guys like Kid Wilson, guys like uh, Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre. You've got a lot of talent that's in WWE. There's even also rumors that John Cena could be defending his title against a talent from NXT. So you got guys like Javon Evans who's going to be in the tournament. You've got guys like potentially the NXT North American Champion Ethan Page. We could potentially see Jasper Troy compete in that tournament, which honestly seems like a pretty interesting idea. It seems like an interesting idea, but again, there are only 3 dates left. You've got next Monday on Raw inside Madison Square Garden. You've got Survivor Series, and then of course you have none other than Saturday night's main event, where again, whoever wins the Last Time Is Now tournament will face Cena in his last match ever. So, to be fair, there are so many ways that WWE can book John Cena as the Intercontinental Champion. One of the ways that they can book him as champion is have him defend the title next week on Raw against, I'll say against I don't know, maybe Braun Breaker, perhaps. No. You know what? No, I would say against Bronson Reed. I'll say against Bronson Reed. The moment John Cena is about to win, the Vision steps in. They jump him. Punk's team comes in, and they all help out Cena, and now Cena has entered War Games, which my understanding is that could potentially be the case, but it could also mean, but we could also see Logan Paul challenge John for that same title, in which case the outcome would possibly remain the same. Excuse me. But as far as like the Last Time Is Now tournament, I mean there are 2 spots that have yet to be filled. So we know that Solo Sikoa is going to be in that match. As far as against who, no one knows. It's the same thing with LA Knight. We don't know who his opponent is going to be. My guess is that we might end up seeing someone from AAA. We could see someone from TNA. Maybe we might even see a WWE Hall of Famer come back after a few years. Possible. It's very, very possible, but we don't really know for sure. And again, for NXT, the talent is just absolute. It is loaded. Andre Chase, OTM, Brooks Jensen, Stax, Charlie Dempsey, Dark State, Dante Chen, Ethan Page, Hank and Tank, Jasper Troy, Javon Evans, Josh Briggs, Cale Dixon, Lexus King, Luca Crucifino, who we hadn't seen much of him in months, since that Final Family Business triple threat earlier this year. We hadn't seen much of him since then. Who else? Miles Bourne, Nico Vance, Obafemi. Come on. I mean, the talent is just, it is just absolutely loaded on NXT. And then of course you've got you've got Friday Night SmackDown, Aleister Black, the Motor City Machine Guns, Los Garza, Angelo Dawkins, Fraxium, Carmelo Hayes, who had a bit of a run-in with John Cena in NXT. There's also Trick Williams as well. Damian Priest I mentioned. Any member of the Wyatt Six. Jacob Fatu, which would be very, very, very interesting. Ilya Dragunov, that could be a pretty interesting matchup. Randy Orton, Montez Ford, R-Truth, Ray Phoenix, Sami Zayn. I would say Shinsuke, but he already got eliminated from the tournament anyway, so it's kind of hard to say. But again, guys, you got a plethora of talent, and then of course TNA, AAA, Evolve. I mean, there are so many. There are so many possibilities that could be John Cena's next opponent, or rather his first challenger for said championship. But I think they're going to base it off of. They're going to base his first challenger off of the tournament itself. So with it being the field of 16, we already know that Damian Priest is out, and we also know that Shinsuke Nakamura is out as well. We do know that Sheamus has advanced into the quarterfinals, and we know that Rusev has also advanced into the quarterfinals. As far as everyone else, we don't know. No one knows who's going to win. But as far as like the matchup between Javon Evans and Gunther's coming back. We hadn't seen him since SummerSlam when he lost his world title to CM Punk. So that being said, many people believe that Gunther is the odds-on favorite to challenging John Cena for that title at Saturday night's main event. However, let's be real. I think in hindsight, there's four that I think we all want to see challenge John Cena for said title. Sheamus, LA Knight, Finn Balor, and Edge. Yes, you heard me right. You heard me right. The rated R superstar, the WWE Hall of Famer, Edge. But you guys are probably asking yourselves, wait a minute, Edge, what the hell? Doesn't he work for another promotion? He does. Unfortunately, he does. However, there's been a lot of rumors swirling that he could be one of the mystery participants in the Last Time Is Now tournament. So here is the rundown of all four. Let's start with LA Knight. John Cena was the one that incited LA Knight to challenge Roman Reigns for the WWE title at Crown Jewel a few years ago. Obviously, yes, it was in a losing effort by the megastar, but that was what got him to becoming now a two-time United States champion. It was that match right there. And if there was one person that John Cena would want to face at Saturday night's main event, it would 100% be LA Knight, and it could potentially be for the Intercontinental Championship. Plus, think about this: LA Knight earned the respect of John Cena when they both teamed up to take on the Bloodline at Fastlane in 2023, was it? I have to look back. Yes, it was indeed. It was indeed John Cena LA Knight. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Which ended up becoming the co main event of Fastlane, which funny enough, the 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 main event was Seth Rollins defending the World Heavyweight title against Shinsuke Nakamura in a last man standing match, which was kind of crazy. Kind of crazy if you ask me. But I think that that matchup between Knight and Cena against the Bloodline was proof that John Cena was truly looking out for the future of WWE, and he believes that it's going to be LA Knight. Now, as far as Sheamus goes, he and John Cena were in the exact same boat. Out of every championship that both men have held, out of every single accolade that they have accomplished over the years, one remained the same: trying to capture the Intercontinental Championship. The big difference between Sheamus and Cena is that Sheamus has also won King of the Ring. John Cena never got that chance, and unfortunately, with only 3 dates left, he's not going to. Which is a bit unfortunate, but it doesn't matter anyway because John Cena doesn't really need to win King of the Ring to cement himself. He already cemented himself the moment he won his 17th world title from Cody earlier this year at WrestleMania. The moment that happened, John Cena instantly became the GOAT. And here and the crazy thing is that, and I know that this might give me some heat, but you want to talk about Roman Reigns being the GOAT, having have held the WWE title for 1,316 days. That's all well and good. That's all well and good. A single championship reign for that long, that's impressive. But what's even more impressive is doing the unthinkable, doing what many people believe is the impossible, of winning a 17th world championship, to which John Cena did that. So now Roman Reigns cannot dispute it. He has no room to dispute who the GOAT really is. Because in true reality, John Cena is the GOAT. And for Cena to become Intercontinental Champion, that just cemented himself even more. And now he's one of, I think, what 24 now superstars who are now Grand Slam winners, including guys like Shawn Michaels, Triple H, Sheamus, Randy Orton, who else? Chris Jericho, The Miz, AJ Styles, just to name a few, who all became Grand Slam champions in their career. And I think for Sheamus, the only way that he can cement himself as the GOAT is by becoming Intercontinental Champion. So I do believe that he deserves it, but we'll just have to wait and see. Now, as far as Finn Balor goes, here's the thing, right? Like, this entire year, he had been chasing after the Intercontinental Championship for so long. This entire year, he's been trying to win that title. Even at WrestleMania, he came this close before being pinned by Dominic Mysterio. And unfortunately, in 2025, Finn Balor had subjugated himself to being back in the tag team championship picture with JD McDonough. But now that Dirty Dom is no longer IC champion, he now has to put his focus on the AAA Mega Championship, where as far as Finn Balor goes, he can now put himself back in contention for a singles run and potentially go after the Intercontinental Championship. Plus, I truly believe that out of all the members of the Judgment Day, I think we're going to be seeing a babyface run from Dominic Mysterio, and it's only a matter of time before we it's only a matter of time before we actually do get Dominic Mysterio as a babyface. It's only a matter of time. Now, as far as Edge goes, sure, we haven't seen much of him in quite some time. But here's the thing though. There's one person that has taken John Cena to the limit more times than anyone else, and that person is Edge. So if Edge returns for this specific tournament, the possibilities are definitely out there. But between those four, who should be John Cena's first challenger? The answer, it has to be Sheamus. 100%, it has to be Sheamus. Because as much as the fans would love to see LA Knight challenge, or Finn Balor challenge, or even Edge challenge, no one needs that title more than Sheamus. And I think in hindsight, that could potentially be it. But as far as booking goes, 100%, I think Cena is probably going to be injecting himself into the men's War Games match, especially if he has to compete on Raw next week in Madison Square Garden against the Vision. It's definitely gonna come down to that. We might see Brock Lesnar show up again, which would be very, very interesting. Only time will tell. No one really knows for sure. There have been some rumors that Drew McIntyre could be injecting himself into the War Games match itself as well. But unfortunately he got suspended. But it mainly had a lot to do with the fact that he's currently going to be filming a movie. So I don't think we'll be seeing him anytime soon. But again, 3 dates left. So many possibilities. Only time will tell. But with that being said, that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more WWE topic videos in the future, then be sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and as always, make sure you guys are following me on all of my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.